So what are we doing? Part 4? Let's take a walk around close near the property and see what else is going on. I did Johnny Appleseed. Well, I purposely planted things that are in the forest near us, just in case it was a better environment for something to grow and take root into the ground. So let's go check those spots. What I did is I did little fairy rings around them, so I should be able to identify where they are. So let's go do that and take a look. Welcome back to the WickerShire project, part 4. Come on, you had enough of this stuff, right? Let's go look around the property. So here's another road that leads off the property down into God knows where that goes, but it goes down into the forest. And these are the little fairy rings I'm talking about. And there's a pumpkin growing. So these are across the street from the house. I think they're squash plants. You can see I dug little wells, dug out with my finger, and I'm giving these plants a feeding. They're fairly yellow, a little bit of deficiency. I put in some liquid fertilizer. I did it for that one too. I dug a well. That's a real yellow leaf. And that's the third one. So these were broadcasted from that front porch. I hummed them out here. This is where a couple of them landed, and they took root. On the other side, again, don't know what that is. But we did plant a seed down in there. It hasn't come up yet. Okay. That should probably has one. So that did come up. Just trying to make this more identifiable. It's a bunch of firewood from the property. This is all got to be processed at some point. It's neatly organized. I know of a breeding spot for reptiles 50 feet from the house, right where I am. So I'm going to go check that real quick. That's good news on wild grapes. That's looking promising. Due to its elevation, it is a prime habitat for reptiles to lay their eggs. And it's showing signs of excavation. Right there, that's an egg. Oh, that's another egg. But yeah, I don't want to disturb the nest too much. Look at that, little reptile eggs. Yeah, there's a bunch in here, huh? Alright, we'll leave these guys alone. It's another seed on the property I put down, some sort of pumpkin. So that came up right off the solar panel. Here's another fairy ring. So that popped up. So we'll head west. This is the northern side of the property. That's where all the berry bushes are. And we'll go check that mound. That's right there. I did plant pumpkins and watermelons over there without much expectation. It's been a few days, so we'll see if this mound, looks like there was a tree here, maybe it fell over. The stump's right there. Maybe a tractor or something when they were deforesting a while back. This is where that hole is. Let me stick our finger in there, maybe we get bit. I don't want to mess with it. This is where I was thinking these weren't, or maybe they are cat briars. I think someone ID'd these as cat briars. But yeah, there's a plant that came up. Some early flowering of that plant that I love to feed to the goat. This is how it starts out. I'm just looking at the little clay chunks. I'll feed you in a minute, Bubba. Okay. So there's definitely, look, check that, see? Rabbits. That's a rabbit pellet. Unmistakable. There are rabbits here. So I think we're just going to collect some rabbit manure while I can. A boy and his poo. Yeah, I don't see any more. But we'll go add this to the garden. It's free. Is that more? Oh yeah, that's more. There's another one. Again, I'll take what I can get. So these are the two new we just break them up a little bit, spread them around. That way I can mix them in later. It's not gross. It's not like poop. I mean, it is poop, but it's really just plant matter and it's been dried out. The rains run through it. You can see some native plants taken. This is not sterile soil, so there's native plants taking foothold. Yeah. So I'll just have to pull them out while I'm planting. You are destroying my corn plant. It's all right. This isn't for us. Again, we're experimenting. It's like we're gardening. I get it. I said we're gardening, but we're not. But we are. So we are gardening. We're just throwing stuff in. It's mostly for the show. It's also an educational value. If anything we can teach you, anything we can teach ourselves mostly, and then share with you guys. It's a fly that didn't make it. You want it? Yeah, you can have that. Take it. Good girl. But yeah, this is just an experiment. We're just learning what's growing here. We're learning the land. And we're just planting for the show. Again, if we get anything, it's just a bonus for us. I'm happy. Definitely happy. Plantago major. That's taking foothold. It's broadleaf plantain. I haven't seen any swordleaf. It's just been the broadleaf. So I took home last summer big seed pods. I stripped them all down and I chucked them all over the yard. It worked. Here's a closer look of excavated ground. You can just see the clay in there and the rocks. And then the rain will happen and you'll get a silt run in topsoil. If you look next to it here, you can see this berm. So we're all leaves and rocks piled up. And you can see all this. This is all the topsoil runoff. Appreciate you guys identifying these plants as pigweed or goldenrod. But now we have another one. What is this? Is it a type of grass? Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.